Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video you're going to see how to create this festival makeup look, which it was inspired by Coachella and all the music festivals going on. I was so fortunate to be in there last year. I loved it so much, so this is one of those experiences that you gotta leave once in your lifetime. I promise you, it's incredible. But it was so much fun to be there last year. I feel like it's an event where you get to wear whatever you want, do the makeup however you want, wear the colors that you want, the hair that you want, and then who cares? Nobody cares. Everybody, I mean, the better that you dress, kind of like in a weird way, the better it is, because you just get so inspired. You get so inspired with the outfits. So you're gonna see how to create this festival look. It's also very great for like spring, summer, you know. I hope this inspired you to try some color. I actually mix pink and green and lime green and a little bit of like, it turned out a little bit purple here. Did some freckles, and I'm not showing you how to create the hairstyle though, but if you want to see it, let me know in the comment section below. I'll show you how I get it done, which is super easy. So you're gonna see me crazy after this intro, but don't worry, at the end everything turn out bomb. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to join the Bravo fan, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I'm gonna leave you all the handles right here where you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so you can stay connected. And without further ado, let's begin this video. Alright, so right now I have my foundation on, I have my contour. I don't have concealer on this eye because I want to make sure I finish up my eyeshadow and show you guys how to get this side done to match the other side. But yeah, so let's get started. First thing that I am going to apply is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And now I am going to grab the Juvias by Juvias palette, and with 224 brush from MAC, I'm going to apply it right on my crease. I'm actually not going to bring it down here to my lid. I'm just going to push it up, because this shadow is just like helping me transition that pink eyeshadow that I am about to apply next. Alright, so once I have that shadow there, which is very minimal, I'm going to grab a flat brush and I'm going to move on to the electric palette from Urban Decay. Grab the Savage color, which is this one, pink right here. Very electric, love it so much, especially now for the spring, summer coming up. I feel like these colors are also so pretty on the eyes. I'm going to apply it, dab it, dab it, dab it, so it grabs the pigment. The eye base just dabs the pigment and we don't make a lot of fallouts. Dab it, dab it, dab it onto my lid, and I'm gonna leave the center open. And also I'm going to apply it right in the outer corner. I'm sorry, on the inner corner, my bad. But I'm also going to use another type of brush that is going to help me blend that inner part. Right there, the middle part. The brush is from BH Cosmetics, is the number 8. This is from their Rose Gold collection, and the one that I'm about to use now is the 221 brush from MAC. I think now they call it the 221S brush from MAC. This is gonna really help me blend that crease. I love that with this brush for that reason, because it's a really nice and precise brush to blend eyeshadows together, or just to add a minimal amount to where those color meet. But as you can see, that brown shade, it's really helping me out blend that pink. I'm just gonna add more. Color. So now I am going to grab the 219S brush from MAC, Jilted, this one, with that pointy brush. I'm actually going to apply it right here, the outer part. I don't think it's gonna make any difference, because these two colors are very similar. One is matte, so the pink color is matte, the other one has a little bit of sheen, kind of like a frost to it. but this is we're gonna create kind of like a winged eyeliner. We're gonna define that color. We're just going to smudge it out like this. It's not gonna make a huge difference. I just want a little bit more depth. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. But if you feel like the pink is bright enough and you don't want to add any more, you can just stop and move on to the next step. You know, the amount of color that you applied on your eyes, it will make the makeup more dramatic or more subtle. You can definitely create like a pink green subtle look, but if you want to go a little bit more bolder like I'm doing now, you can add on and just stop whenever you feel like, okay, I got it, it's deep enough for me. So now we're going to clean up the center of the eye to make it more bolder. And we're just gonna dab, dab, dab. Actually, when I was filming with Nikki, she kept on saying dab, dab, dab. I actually always just like try to trace the line, but I think the dabbing motion also, it's a great tip. Because it just gets you that precision. So I'm just passing along what I learned. Pretty sure she have said it on her videos so many times. I'm just so used to just doing the line like that, like just trace it, but if you dab it, you see how easy that is too. And I actually just passed it a little bit past my actual natural crease, because I don't have a big space from my lid. I don't have a big space on my lid, so I always like to pass it a little bit above. I do have a lot of space right here, but not on my lid, so I always like to overdo it a little bit to create that illusion of a bigger lid. Now we are going to kind of like blend the edges just a little bit with our finger. Pretty bright green, which is called Freak, and I'm going to apply it right on this end where these two shadows meet, like that. We're gonna push it a little bit down, and we're also going to apply it right here, and we're gonna leave the center quite open because we're gonna add another lime green on top. And I'm going to add this one right in the center of my lid. There we go. What we're gonna do now is turn the brush around and kind of like blend those greens together. And actually these greens in the middle mixed together, they're giving me the vibes, plus this one right here, they were giving me the vibes of that Versace dress that J-Lo wore one time that had like the deep cut here. So I don't know why, it just gave me that feeling, that thought of her dress. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. I love that dress, very iconic. And I don't know why it's giving me those vibes, even though she wasn't wearing any like pink, but these greens are just standing out to me. I'm gonna grab the gilded color, this one right here. I'm just gonna to do the liner. So I like to use the Inglot Gel Liner, which is one of my favorites. This will last you the whole night. It's amazing, super black and super durable. So I'm going to grab this brush from Smashbox, which has been now one of my favorites to use. I always use the pointy one. I don't know if you guys recall it, like it's like a little and I don't have it right here. It looks like the liquid eyeliner from the balm that I always use, but for some reason I've been really loving this one. And I use these drops, so when it dries, I just like apply some drops onto the pot because it does dry, and I mix it. And the drops are also from Inglot. You really have to be very precise with this liner because it dries, and once it's there, it's like really hard to get off. which is this one. The Stila is the new Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. It's a micro tip, which is really, really small. All the spaces are filled. Alright, so now I am going to sharpen this liner on the side. I'm just going to use a little bit of that Shape Tape concealer in the shade Light. Apply it. Sharpen that liner. Lashes. So I'm going to be using Good Vibes Only from the Bold Face Makeup, which is one of my favorite lashes. They're so affordable. I think they're like $8. And the lash band, it's so small. I don't know if you guys can even tell. They're so small. I love it because you can't even feel them. They're so lightweight. Using the shade Light, Medium, and Light from Shape Tape. This one is just a little bit darker to kind of like, it will work kind of like a foundation shade for me, and it will just basically cover up any circles that I might have, like any darkness right in the inner corner. And for a bright under eye, I like to add on the light, so I just apply this right underneath and to start blending. Literally feel like it's summer right now, like I'm at the beach or something, because it feels so hot right now with all this lighting right on top of me. It's crazy, but I love it. At least I can feel a little bit of heat, and you know, it's making me kind of like dream of summer right now. So anyway, so I brought my setting powder, and you want to make sure there's no lines. Make sure you look up and you stay looking up. I'm going to be using the Derma Blend translucent powder. That sits there for a minute. I am going to grab this Wonder Beauty powder. This is called the Wanderlust Powder Foundation. So this is actually another foundation, but I'm actually going to use it anyway. And I'm going to just dab just a little bit and set like my contour and a little bit down. Give me like a little bit more of that full coverage. The foundation that I'm using now is the stick from Tarte, Honey and Clay in a stick. I think that's what it's called. So once everything is set, I am actually going to take off my powder because I don't like to let it sit for way too long. Underneath my eye, right on my waterline, it's actually yellow, and even though I have so much makeup, I couldn't find a yellow eyeliner for the sake of my life. I couldn't find it, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab this white pencil from Smashbox, and I'm gonna create my own gel liner for my waterline. I don't know why I'm whispering, but anyway, I am going to create my own gel liner for my waterline. Yes, I should be so proud of this. So I basically, this is an eyeliner and pure white, and I put it right on this little container, and I apply a little bit there. And Cosmetics palette, which had a really bright yellow color, which is this one right here. And I scrape off a little bit. Gel liner. How amazing. How cool. So now you're gonna grab that little bit, because you only need a little bit. I mean, how much do you need for your waterline? Just a little bit. So now that we're done with the yellow, I am going to grab the Morphe M508 brush. I'm going to grab this green right here. I'm going to apply it all over my lash line. I'm going to grab this gilded brush, apply it right in the outer corner. To finalize the eye makeup, we're going to put on again the Push Up Angel mascara. The Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which is one of my favorites. Dab, 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 dab. This is the brush 138S from MAC. I like to dab, 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 and then blend, blend, blend. The new illuminating drops from Laura Geller. Shake, 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 shake. This one is the Gilded Honey. Just going to apply this right on the high points, like right in the middle. So many things. Let's see what I come up with as far as like the freckles goes on, but I'm gonna start with this micro precise pencil from Maybelline. To start pressing on, I have to warm it up also on my arm, because once it hits the foundation, it seals the product, so it doesn't let it ink the face. Add more like of color, and then I'm going to add this. It's called Tar Eye Jewels, and I am going to just add some of this side, the one that is kind of like a metallic tone. So good. I'm going to add this one right here from Cover Effects. I'm just gonna add a little bit on my hand. I grab this brush. This one is from Elsie. Kind of like grab a little bit with the brush and just add the rose gold. And to finalize the face makeup, I am going to add this jewel to my nose to mimic a nose pierce, which is a nice touch to the makeup, I feel like. And I actually had my nose pierced years ago, my high school days, and I loved it, so it made me want to do it all over again. And for the lips, I am going to use the Juvias Cosmetic Lip Liner in the shade Rose. Apply it all over my lips. The center of my lip, I'm actually going to be using the Skinny Dipping Lipstick from Too Faced. To set my face now. So yeah, so basically this concludes the makeup. I'm about to get my hair done and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back, and here is the hair look that I did. I did half up, half down, which is actually one of my favorite styles to do on my hair, because it kind of like makes everything a little bit more edgy. And I also added like neon elastics to my ponytail and kind of like just wrapped it around, which he added a little bit of a touch to the hair. So hope you guys like that detail. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see a tutorial of this hair look, and I hope that you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to share with your friends and family, besties, and don't forget to subscribe to join the Bravo fam, the Bravo squad. And I see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.